The boat we went over on was a small boat that had been used in the Caribbean tourist trade. It wasn't really designed for crossing the Atlantic.
We ran out of gas. We couldn't make England. We stopped in Nuts Corner, I believe it was, in Northern Ireland.
I received instructions to land at Prestwick on the given runway. So I settled in on the final approach, and the same lovely voice said, "Will the aircraft landing at Ayr please land at Prestwick instead, as directed?" And she asked it so politely, I thought, well, I'll do that. And I realized that all the airfields were close together, all looked the same, and indeed, we were on the approach to Ayr and not Prestwick.
On our first mission, we had tremendous flak. It's just unbelievable. As they used to say, so bad you could walk on it.
And our first mission was D-Day, June 6th. Although the cloud cover over the channel was quite complete, you could still see many of the boats and the things going across to Normandy.
Quite often there'd be breaks in the clouds and we could see the invasion forces going in and so forth. It was just an unbelievable sight. I mean, it was just you couldn't imagine what those guys were going through. What we were doing really was what we did every day anyway. What they were doing was an experience that no one could ever forget. D-Day was quite a day. I'm proud and pleased that I was able to take part in it.
188 millimeter shell went through the right wing, and we ducked into a steep spiral. And we started at 23,000 feet, and I got that airplane straightened out at about 6,000 to 7,000 feet.
One man cannot make a bomber crew. It takes the efforts of all of us. I often liken a bomber crew in the air over Germany to a crew that is ditched and they're in a life raft. You either hang together or you hang separately.
When I got to be squadron commander, I lost my crew. And first flight they went on was in a mid-air collision in a cloud. Another airplane boarded, and turned, and it cut the wing off of the old soldier, and it went down and killed everybody but two people. And I ran out to the site. It was near our base, and they all were sitting in their seats. Really hadn't been banged up. It looked like the airplane just pancaked went around everybody, and they were all dead. So I left. I didn't want to stay around there.
We had dropped our bombs and we were making a left turn to go to the rally point where we would presumably rejoin the 95th and the 390th bomb groups. And as we were doing that, some ME-109 fighter aircraft came in, and one got in behind us and shot us and killed our tail gunner, and then started two fires in the airplane. And the fires were out of control, so we had no choice. We had to abandon the airplane.
He tells me the plane's on fire and his chute was burnt, but he couldn't bail out. And so he attached onto my chute, and we bailed out, and I pulled a cord and he fell off. And I come down on one strap.
For some reason, the airmen weren't very popular among the German personnel. I was never so cold, I was never so hungry, so long, and almost. I weighed 165 pounds when I went in there, my normal weight. When I was little rated, I weighed 85 pounds.
When we came back from a mission, 446 Bomb Group, we could see the White Cliffs of Dover about 2 miles away. We're home, guys.
I remember quite well the D-Day. We knew it was coming, and it didn't come in a shock. The Germans were defeated, and we knew it. And I was so glad that it was over. And because my brother had just been killed a couple of months before, and I knew every day that war lasted, even though the Germans were defeated, people were being killed.
And people say, oh, Bud, you're a hero. No, I'm not a hero. The only heroes are those under the white crosses. and those that were shot down and went into the channel and never to be seen again. You know, it's hard to describe to the younger generation exactly what we went through. So this vehicle, the museum, is a great vehicle to record that history and keep that history alive.